like it is 8 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. And thank you guys that are joining us live, and if you're watching it later, we're glad to have you too. And even if you're watching it later, you can ask questions, and certainly you can if you're live as well. So like Kristen said, be sure to share with us any questions you have, what brought you to this class, what you're looking to learn, and we'll try to answer any questions that you have. So this is the first part of a 3-class series that we're excited to share with you guys. So tonight's the first class. Next class will be December 15th, and then we'll skip this then following Tuesday on the 22nd, and then we'll end with that following Tuesday on November 29th. So Tuesdays in November, plan for that. We'll be with you guys at 8 o'clock each Tuesday night for about 30 minutes. We'll try to keep it fairly quick, just so you can hop on and get the info and not have to spend your whole evening. But we're excited to share with you guys. Kristen and I are both moms and the primary cleaners of our home, and so have been going through the process of getting chemicals out of our home for a while. So we have a lot to share with you. And then I'll also mention that if you are able to attend all 3 classes live, you will be entered to win a bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner, which is a really amazing product. We'll learn more about that tonight. We'll tell you what that's all about. But that's a really great chance to get your hands on a great project that really makes cleaning your home without chemicals super easy. Like, it's a no-brainer. Couldn't be easier.
And it smells really nice.
It does. It smells very nice.
So tonight we're going to be covering a variety of things. We're going to try to make this about 30 minutes, so we want you to be able to enjoy it and it not be too long. And by the way, I'm Kristen Gebhardt. This is Rachel Allen. And so tonight we're going to cover chemicals to watch out for, some products that you can use to replace those products, and tips that you can use to ditch and switch, which you'll hear us talk a lot about, kind of the progression of ditching those chemicals and switching them out with some healthy natural things. So first, let's talk about things to watch out for. We're going to share some quotes and statistics, things that have been tested, and so we'll share them with you. So more than 7 million accidental poisonings occur each year, with more than 75% of those involving children under the age of 6. That's according to the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. Women who work in the home have a 54% higher chance of acquiring cancer from those who work away from the home, and that's because a study that was 15 years old conducted basically showed those women who were at home were cleaning with those products and just absorbing all that stuff into their lungs and into their skin, and that's why they were more likely to acquire cancer. There is a Toxic Substance Control Act of 1976. It grandfathered in an estimated 65 to 100,000 different chemicals currently on the market today, which basically means they didn't ever go through any rigorous safety testing. So we don't really even know what's in those products, and especially what types of effects that they have. So it's really kind of scary. There's a lot of products out there that haven't even been tested, and we're just using them all the time like it's totally fine.
Yeah, and as a part of that same Substance Control Act, it stated that of the chemicals that were tested, toxic labeling is only required if over 50% of the animals tested died. So I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't make me feel very good about something in my home if only half the animals died. My standards are just a little bit higher than that. So also, I was curious what the EPA currently had to say about some of this stuff, the EPA being the Environmental Protection Agency. Some of these statistics I was reading were slightly dated. So I actually went on the EPA site in the last couple of days to see what are they saying. And really, they don't have many excuses. Or I guess they have a lot of excuses, but not valid excuses for the chemicals that are on our shelves. And we'll post a link here in the comments to that website, but it states on their website today that current chemical testing is expensive and time-consuming. Only a small fraction of chemicals have been fully evaluated for potential adverse environmental and human health effects. So they're admitting to you that they're on the shelf, it takes a lot of time and energy to test them, so we've only really tested a handful of them. So that right there tells you that there's a lot of things on the shelf that shouldn't be and should definitely not be in our homes, especially around our children and anyone with any kind of immune deficiencies. They just shouldn't be. But here's the exciting thing, is that it doesn't necessarily have to be scary. It just means that you really have to be your own health advocate. You can't trust that living in a country like America just automatically protects you from all the bad things and all the big agencies are going to take care of you. Because as we've learned in some recent studies that have been released, it's not always the case. They learn later that some of these things that are on the shelf are really harmful and that they shouldn't have been there in the first place. So we'll talk about some ways to make sure that you're doing the right thing for yourself and for your family.
So there is a book that we've been reading through called The Chemical Free Home, and in that book she talks a lot about different ingredients that are very commonplace, that are in a lot of the products that we use on a regular basis. And so tonight we're going to go through 7 of those to share with you what is really common and then some ways that you can replace them.
So first we'll start with alcohol, one that we hear very commonly, but it could actually increase your risk of throat and oral tongue cancer, and it's often found in mouthwash, which we probably always know that. We'll go through these pretty quickly, but we'll also post a list at the end so you guys can kind of review that. Next one is aluminum. It's a known skin irritant. It's linked to nerve damage, brain disorders, and breast cancer, found in a lot of deodorants and vaccinations. The third is DEA or TEA. It has a name about a mile long, but that's kind of how they abbreviate it. It's a potential carcinogen used often as a foam booster or a dyeing agent, found in a lot of shampoos, conditioners, bubble bath, shave gel, and cosmetics.
You have to think, like, these products are like going into your skin, into your mouth. Whatever you put on your skin is going to go into your bloodstream. So it seems like, oh, I don't swallow my mouthwash, it's not a big deal. It's staying in your mouth, and your mouth has a lot of capillaries and arteries under your tongue, and so it's going into your bloodstream. So that's why we want to share all these with you. The next one is propylene glycol. It causes a lot of dermatitis. It can cause kidney and liver abnormalities. It's found in most products that are in your bathroom, and it's sometimes in ice cream and vitamins. Why they put that in there, who knows? And the next one is sodium lauryl sulfate. This one is commercially used as an engine degreaser. It's often found in toothpaste, shampoo, I guess to get rid of the gunk that's on your teeth. And again, I know we don't swallow toothpaste, but it's still in our mouth a ton. It can cause skin issues, teeth damage, endocrine disruption, hair loss, cataracts, mouth ulcers. Go figure, it's in your mouthwash, it's in your toothpaste. Respiratory tract issues, eye and oral toxicity, headaches, nausea, the list just goes on and on. The next one is talc. You've probably heard in the news recently, there was a woman who won this huge lawsuit because she had ovarian cancer, and they were able to link it to this talc powder, often found in baby powder, feminine powder, and cosmetics. It's kind of scary, the fact that it's in baby powder, because so many people are using that thinking they're protecting their children from skin issues, but it's actually causing other issues. The last one we're going to talk about is parabens. It's used as a preservative, but it's very controversial. You'll probably see a lot of natural shampoos and stuff that pride themselves on not having parabens, but it's kind of like, well, what are they? A British study at the University of Reading, conducted by Dr. Philippa Darby on 20 samples of human breast tumors, show that each sample to have traces of paraben chemicals. So he concluded that their detection in human breast tumors is of concern since parabens have been shown to mimic the action of the female hormone estrogen. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. So lots of things to watch for. Again, we'll post that list in the comments so you can kind of go back and look at that general list. That was only about 7 of the chemicals. Obviously, there's several more. It's crazy how many there are, but a great resource that I have found to be really helpful to me as I'm getting chemicals out of my home is a website called safecosmetics.org, and we can post that link as well, but it's one that, number one, will list all the different chemicals that are important to look out for, but it also lists the products that they're found in, and it'll tell you all the different names for them, because sometimes that's how they get away with putting them in certain things. As people's awareness grow of certain chemicals, they've started renaming them and calling them different things, and so you'll see the same chemical called several different things. So that helps you as you're trying to read labels and decipher what you want in your home and what you don't. That website is really helpful for that. So we'll post that link as well. So now that we've talked about all the things we want to get rid of, let's talk about the good stuff that we want to put in our home and what we want around our kids and around our animals and what we can feel really safe about using. So as we were starting this class, I was looking at some different options. I mean, we're always shopping and looking at different possibilities of things that we can use. There's all sorts of things on the shelf these days that call themselves natural and organic, and so it's really a challenge to look at every label and know every chemical in your head and see if that's on the label and make sure it's not animal tested, and to find things that are truly, truly natural. Not to mention, a lot of those products are really pricey. So on average, I found that for a multi-purpose cleaner that calls itself all natural, it was about $6 for 26 ounces, give or take. So when you think about it, that's not a lot. When being a mom of 2 children, and we have a 2-story home with lots of surfaces to clean, I go through a bottle of multi-surface cleaner in the blink of an eye. So if I had to pay $6 every time I needed 26 ounces, I would be broke. So first of all, it's not cost effective. Also, those kind of cleaners usually aren't that versatile. I mean, a multi-surface cleaner will clean maybe your kitchen counters, maybe if they're not like natural stone or something, and they might clean your bathroom counters, maybe your dining room table if you're not using the wood polish, maybe your coffee table. But what about, say, your floors? Does it clean your floors? Probably not. A lot of them say don't use it on stainless steel because it could be too abrasive. It's probably not going to be safe to use on your laundry or on upholstery or fabrics and things, just because a multi-surface cleaner probably doesn't do all those things. It's only for so many surfaces. And also it makes you question, like, is it really natural? It says natural, but again, you have to go and read the label, and it might be paraben free, but it might have aluminum, and it might say not tested on animals, but it still has propylene glycol, which is in a surprising number of things if you really start looking for it. So it's hard to know. So how do you find something that is actually healthy and clean? We have a product, exciting enough, that is a complete no-brainer. Obviously, you think like, yes, we are distributors for Young Living, and it is a company that we believe in and that we can get behind. But honestly, truly, this is the product that we use in our homes on a daily basis that we have found to be amazingly effective, and it does all the things that we want it to do. So Kristen has a bottle here. So let's talk about cost effectiveness. So we talked about how the bottles of all natural cleaners are typically $6 for 26 ounces. Doesn't get you very far for that much money. So this little bottle here is 14.4 ounces, and it's $22. And you're like, well, wait, it's more expensive. But on average, you will only use about a capful of this cleaner to make a whole bottle of multi-surface cleaning solution. So kind of the typical dilution ratios that it talks about, like for your average cleaner, you're going to do 1 capful to 2 to 3 cups of water. So for 2 to 3 cups of water, you're only using a teeny tiny amount. And then you can make different cleaners for your home as well. If you need a little more cleaning power or a little more degreasing power, you can put it in a nice little spray bottle like this, and put one in every room of the house. So for a little more degreasing, you can use a little higher concentration. So 1 capful to maybe 2 cups of water, or you can decrease that by 1/4, or you can even use it straight for really tough stains and situations. And then there's really a great recipe to use for glass cleaner. So you can take that same bottle, put a capful in 3 cups of water, and just for a little higher cleaning power and a little faster drying, you can add a teaspoon of vinegar and like 5 drops of a citrus oil, so like lemon or citrus fresh, some of those other things. This is the lemon oil, which is great for cleaning in general. We'll learn a little bit more about that too. But so we talked about cost effectiveness. That whole bottle, $22, but it's gonna last you forever because you're making bottle after bottle after bottle of that cleaner. And then on top of that, it's extremely versatile. So whereas that typical multi-surface cleaner will get you maybe like the bathroom countertops, the kitchen countertops, the coffee table, this cleaner will clean everything. So in your kitchen, it'll clean your refrigerator. You can add it to your dishwasher as a rinsing agent. You can clean your oven, your dishes, your cutting
clothes.
boards, your clothes, your floor, your countertops, your sinks in the bathroom and the kitchen. Specifically in the bathroom, you can clean your shower walls, your shower curtain, your toilet. It's really great for getting odors and stains out of that. Your tub, your floors, your mirrors, your windows. In your family room, you can clean your silk plants, and you can even clean your organic plants with this cleaner. It's just that natural and that pure that you can even clean living things with it. You can clean your carpet. You can use it as a room deodorizer because it smells so good. It's got a little cinnamon hint to it. It's got some citrus smell to it. So the scent is very uplifting and very bright smell. So it's great for a room deodorizer. In the bedroom, you can use it on your mattress, on your pillows to help get out stains and odors. And then in your laundry, you can use it in your wash cycle and on your clothes to get out spots and stains. So when you talk about versatility, it pretty much does it all. So you're getting a better product, more versatility, less cost overall, and it really is a no-brainer. So if chemical-free cleaning sounds intimidating and you're thinking, I just don't know if I can do it, this is your no-brainer product. It does the job you need it to do. It saves you money. It cleans every surface in your home. It doesn't get much better than that. And on top of that, you can even customize it a little bit. If you want a little more degreasing power, or you want more of that citrus smell that can be very uplifting for your mood, which who doesn't want that when you're cleaning your house, which isn't much fun to start with. You can add some citrus oils like grapefruit or lemon, or even orange, and that can make the cleaner even more effective and the scent even stronger and better for you.
I personally don't really like to clean, but I love the way the Thieves smells. So it's the cinnamon, like, it just makes me happy, it makes me think of fall, and it cleans really well. Plus it leaves this really great smell wherever you go. I've been using this a lot when I wash my towels because my husband's been complaining that they're smelling kind of mildewy. So I know that Thieves is really effective against those types of things, and it has helped really get rid of the bad smell. So I use 1 capful in my high efficiency washer, and the towels smell great, the dryer and the washer smell great. It's just like a great win-win. Yeah. So we're also going to talk about some oils, essential oils that you can use to incorporate into your cleaning and your chemical-free home. Now we talked about how you can add citrus oils like lemon, orange, grapefruit, if you want to add them to your Thieves cleaner, which is a great addition. There's some other oils that are also really great. One of those is purification. The name speaks for itself. Purification basically purifies whatever it is exposed to. So if you put it in your diffuser, it's purifying the air around you. If you add it to your cleaning, like you can add it to a carpet cleaner with baking soda and put that on your carpet and then clean it up afterwards with your vacuum cleaner. It's helping purify the carpet and the air around you. I would encourage you to ditch the room spray like Febreze and that type of thing. It's basically creating a covering over the smell, but it's not actually purifying or deodorizing. Well, it's deodorizing, but it's not purifying the air. So purification is this really great oil. It knocks out the odors. It's not like anything else, and it doesn't take long either, 10-15 minutes at the most. It's really effective. I like to use purification after I've made like salmon or shrimp or some kind of fish dish that leaves a really strong smell in my house. Purification works really well. Or if I have like a really stinky diaper pan, I like to put purification down in the pail or on a cotton ball, stick it down in there. It's also great to add to dryer balls. If some of you are using dryer sheets right now, those are chock full of tons of chemicals, and they do a lot of crazy things to your clothes and to your skin, and you're breathing that in all day long. So think about the fact that you're breathing in chemicals all day. Whereas the reverse is putting this little dryer ball, it's wool, so it's going to get the static out of your clothes, and then you're also going to add a really natural, purifying agent that's going to help your clothes smell good and your dryer as well. The next one is lemon oil. I love lemon, and it's very versatile. It kind of can take the place of Goo Gone or some of those types of things. It's really good at getting adhesive off of things. I steamed some broccoli one time and realized I didn't have enough water in there, so I basically cooked my pan. And the bottom was black, and that was not fun. And I thought, what can I do? And I immediately thought of lemon, so I put a few drops of lemon oil in there and some soap and let it soak. And then within 5 minutes, I just took all that black off. So it's really helpful. It's a powerful degreaser. It boosts degreasing power much stronger than any other cleaner, and it's natural, which is great. I don't know if you've ever cleaned a pan right after you took it off the heat and put soap on there. It like releases all that smell. There have been a few times that I've used like a pretty chemically potent soap, and I start coughing when I do that. You're not going to get that with lemon. It's just really effective. It can remove labels at Christmas time when you're packing up, you're wrapping gifts for people and you don't want them to see the receipt or the tag on there with the price. You can just put a little lemon oil and that label will come right off. It's also great for oils and stains on your clothes. You can just put a dab of oil on there and it will help release the stain. And then the next one is Thieves Essential Oil. So there's Thieves Cleaner, and then there's actual Thieves Essential Oil. I'll tell you a quick history of the name Thieves, as in like somebody just stole from me. Those thieves, you gotta get them. During the 14th or 15th century, during the plague, there were some spice merchants that were unable to leave their port because of the plague going on, and they didn't want it to spread. And so these spice merchants covered themselves in various herbs and botanicals, and then went and robbed plague victims and robbed graves. And when they were finally caught and they were asked how did they not get sick, they knew they could cover themselves in various spices to protect their immune system and protect themselves from getting sick. So this particular blend is clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon, rosemary, lemon. These are all great immune boosting oils. So it's really neat because you're cleaning with an oil that's natural. It's also boosting your immune system, and it's killing the other stuff around you. So it's a very effective oil to be used in your cleaning. It's also just great smelling. So a little about oils we'll go into just really briefly, and we can go into greater detail later. And you can always message us if you want greater detail. The type of oil that you're using does matter. So where you get your oil from, it matters. There's a lot of oils out there now, and so it's hard to know, are all oils created the same? The answer is no. Young Living prides itself on a process called seed to seal. It's also a promise. From the seed that it's picked, they want to make sure it's organic, it's not been modified, it's planted in season in the right environment so that the plant grows to be mature, healthy, and they harvest it in the right season. If you ever talk to anybody about eating healthy, they always talk about make sure you eat stuff that are in season. If you harvest it in the right season, it produces more effective essential oils that come out of it. They're tested appropriately, make sure that they're completely 100% therapeutic, and they're bottled. And if they're not 100% therapeutic when they're tested, they're not bottled, they're not sent out. Young Living is completely committed to the purity of their oils. And so when you're using an oil in your cleaning product, you know that it's helping fight the germs and bacteria around you, but you're also not ingesting something that's potentially been altered, modified, adulterated. And there's oils out there that say 100% oil, but they're actually, a lot of things have been added to them. Young Living does not do that. You get 100% oil in that bottle. If there's anything added to it, it will say on there, like if you have a blend that's a roll-on, it'll add coconut oil just to ease the rolling on. But these are 100% oil, and that's why we feel like we can confidently use them and encourage you to do as well.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like I've never found another company that I can reliably go pick any product from their line of products and trust every single one. But really, with Young Living. I know that I can, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind. I mean, I still go through and read the ingredients anyway, because that's just who I am, but but I know that every time I do, I'm never going to find anything that is questionable, and if I don't know what something is, I can go look it up, and I find out that it's fine, and it's good for me, and I love that. So I learned through that process, and I love having a company that cares as much as I do about what I'm putting in my home and in my body.
One other thing I wanted to share is Young Living owns its own farms. They own most of them. There's been a huge demand for essential oils, and so they co-own some of their other farms. But they have an open farm policy, so you basically can come out and see the farm for yourself. You can help pick weeds. They don't use any pesticides or anything like that on their oils or on their plants, because when it gets distilled, you're basically getting a really potent form of that plant, and if there's chemicals in there, you're getting a potent form of that too. So they handpick their weeds. They're really compassionate with the earth, and you can join in the process too. So it's pretty cool that they have this open door policy. There's a lot of companies you don't get that. So Young Living is very unique in many ways.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me. So there's a couple of ways that you can get the things that we talked about tonight, and we just want to introduce you to a couple of those options. So the first way is to become a retail customer. So it's very simple. It's what it sounds like. You go to their website, and we'll post a link down below, and you sign up as a retail customer. So that just means that when you look at a product on their website, you'll see a retail price and you'll see a wholesale price. So you'll be paying that retail price, and you can order any product you like, and it'll be sent to your door. The other option is to get a wholesale membership. So just like any wholesale membership, you're typically paying less. With Young Living, you're actually paying 24% less with a wholesale membership. So it's a really valuable option for you. So how you get that wholesale membership is through purchasing a starter kit. So there's a couple of different options that we'll share with you for starter kits. The main one, and the one that we started with and most of our friends started with, is called the Premium Starter Kit. So with the Premium Starter Kit, you'll get 10 different everyday oils, they call it, and you can easily find a list of those oils on the website. It includes the Purification and the Thieves and the Lemon that we talked about tonight. It also includes diffusers. So when we talk about purifying the air in your home, you'll have a really high quality diffuser to use in your home, to use those oils and to purify the air, which is really valuable, and it's part of what makes this starter kit such a winning combination. And as we go through the following weeks, we'll teach you some more recipes to use with those oils that come in the starter kit. Tonight we only talked about 3, but we will add to that. So you'll learn some other ways to use the oils. And they're just super versatile. They're not just for cleaning your home.
Right.
That's only scratching the surface of all the things they do. They're also great for mood support and for anxiety and for just physical health and wellness, and so many other things that we'll get more into. So that is an option, the Premium Starter Kit. It's going to cost you $160, but you're getting $300 worth of product. So really, in the big scheme of things, that $160 gets you all of those things plus your membership. So it's a really great value for you and your family. The other starter kit that we will mention is the Thieves Starter Kit. So you saw the Thieves Cleaner tonight that we talked about. You saw the Thieves Essential Oil that we talked about. So a Thieves Starter Kit would actually get you 2 14-ounce bottles of that Thieves Cleaner that we talked about. So that will last you
A long time.
a very long time. I don't count that high. So not really. But you'll also get the full 15 milliliter size bottle of the Thieves Essential Oil, which also goes a really long way. We'll teach you some great recipes to incorporate that into in these following weeks. They also, we mentioned that Thieves is very versatile. They also have a whole line of things for oral health. So you'll get to try some of those things in the starter kit. You can try the Aroma Bright toothpaste, which me and my family absolutely love. You can try their mouthwash. They have a foaming hand soap, which kills every single germ on your hands. It's amazing. It feels great. And a Thieves spray, which is also really good for cleaning properties. A waterless hand purifier that's great to throw in your bag or your diaper bag on the go. Also get a 5 milliliter bottle of the Stress Away oil that will also come in the Premium Starter Kit, but also comes in this Thieves Starter Kit. and it does exactly what it says it does. It magically makes the stress go away, or at least helps you cope with it. It smells amazing, and it's one of our favorites. It's one that I always keep in my home because I love it, my kids love it, everybody loves it. So yeah, both of these starter kits are great options. We'll post the link so you can go check them out for yourself and see the products for yourself, what's going to come with it. Certainly, if you have any questions, you know where to find us. You can post here in this group or message us personally. Either one of those is a great option, but we'd be happy to help you get started.
So we went and covered a lot of information. We did it in a pretty short period of time. We don't want to take up a ton of your time. But we have 2 questions for you. One is, well, actually we don't have 2 questions for you.
We're like one.
We've got one. So can you see yourself ditching and switching? And if so, what does that look like for you, and how can we help you? There are 2 more weeks that we're going to be doing this. We'll leave this video up for a little while, and we'll post it to our YouTube channel as well. But we want to be able to cater this video and this class to you. So if you have certain ways that you want to ditch and switch, and you're feeling overwhelmed about it, or you need some guidance, let us know. We can alter our notes and we can fit them to what you want to learn about. And then if you have questions, please let us know. We'll leave this up for the next few days. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys here next week at 8 p.m.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.